Hi and welcome back to Pillars of Eternity. We are in the tower level 2 and it's in Heritage Hill. So this is one of these bogus towers in video games that's 3 levels tall. Yeah. So let's go to level 3 of this tower. And it's the top one. Above the clouds. And we have Aldhem, and this is one of the guys we have been reading notes from while exploring the tower. And this looks like a boss fight, if anything. So let's in fact try to find some consumables. I think that makes sense. Some beer, perhaps. Damage reduction. So let's have some beer. What's this? Oh, whatever. Fine hatchet. What more do we have? Some ale. Oh, it's even better. What's this? 10 seconds of accuracy bonus. Not very impressive. I would like to give him, my warrior, some healing potions. Well, I guess he could use some oil as well. Do you have any of these? Yeah, minor regeneration. That's okay. Some interesting buffs, I have to say. So I will need the buffs on my druid as well, and on my ranger, since at least she has some survival skills, so these should last longer if she uses it. Okay, so I don't know if these will stack. Let's let him eat some cheese and some chicken, then she will not eat anything. She will eat some oil.
I'm here.
And let's talk to this guy.
I'll take a...
Okay, we have an update on the quest. I found an ancient machine at the top of the tower, and just as the acolyte showed me, there is someone else up here. He may be able to tell me more about what happened here, if he doesn't kill us first. Look. Or if it's a puzzle, then you can see how dumb I am. A man hunches over the strange mechanism, his spine a sharp ridge rising from his arched back. He's barely clothed in filthy rags, and the patches of skin you see are mottled green. A spoiled stench emanates from him. He is so intent on his work that he doesn't notice you until your shadows fall upon him. When he turns and sees you, he snarls and scuttles behind the Adra pedestal. Only his bared teeth seems to have escaped decay. His eyes are yellowed and bloodshot, but they flicker with intelligence. He averts his gaze and holds a hand in front of his face.
Be here. What do you want?
Tell me what happened here.
Figure out. Forgive me. We came to do research on the tower. Some commission from gods. It hardly matters now.
If I had a copper skit for every fool animator whose thirst for knowledge led to disaster, well, Well, I would never ended up in the Yellow Whale, that's for sure. So I guess we could use one of these. Stick to the present. When did this disaster start?
Happened on our 11th night. Lights in the sky and a static charge in the air. But we were so careful. We were staying in the chambers below. Trindig, my assistant, said he saw a robed figure lurking around the tower. Wore a mask. Carried knives at his sides. A trick of shadows, I told him. The next morning we felt strange. Like we hadn't eaten in weeks. So dazed that we didn't at first notice the blood around our beds. The strange wounds that had appeared overnight.
Okay, so they died, I guess, and was resurrected as undead.
This cursed spire! Dormant for 2,000 years. Lifeless through hundreds of our experiments. And we wake that morning to find it spinning on its own! On its own! How can we stop what we couldn't start?
As exciting as the prospect of a living machine may be, I suspect that given mention of a machine and a masked figure both, there is another explanation.
Doing this. Years. I know how these things work, but I don't know how this happened. Nowhere to go. That's the problem. Their souls are trapped here like flies in a jar, clinging to rotting meat.
Okay, slow down. What does the machine have to do with souls?
Slow down! But I can explain. Hold a magnet over iron splinters and they stick, yes? Rub your hand over weir wool and the hair of your head will follow it. So it is with this machine.
Okay, so it attracts souls like a magnet.
Manipulate souls, but why? For what? And how many others lie buried in the ruins of Erglonfath? No. Focus on this one. It's imprisoned our souls in our bodies. Cut the root between essence and flesh. Left a dwindling soul stuck in a shriveling husk.
There was a stranger in the tower the night this happened.
My assistant, he saw him. We laughed. Said he was spooked by the cemetery. Perhaps it was already too late. I don't know what he did. But by morning the machine was on and we were slain. People were already on the streets, complaining of neighbors and family members acting strangely.
Okay, so it wasn't only these guys that was infected or undead, even the area around. So how can I help?
Help I need. It's Heroded shrew. Squanders her research on frivolities, then refuses to make herself useful. Runes. The runes are the last part of the puzzle. Icantha knows them. She gives them to you, and you can turn the machine off. Release our souls.
Okay. So this Icantha woman seems to be very important. Wait, runes? The Engwithian runes? She can read them? He speaks of this feat so blandly. Let's talk instead of this Herden tracker. I'd pick her thoughts a time. Let's talk. Okay. She wasn't here the night the machine came on. Staying with her patron somewhere near, too good to be burdened with our ignorant company. You're not like the gods on the street,
But I will be. My body is dead. My soul Imprisoned in this corpse only makes it seem otherwise. And as the body decays, so does the mind. Until nothing is left but the hunger. The only way to forestall the process is through a regular infusion of essence. Living flesh is the only ready supply.
Yeah, sounds like we might have to kill him.
Any of it. Hunting men and women in the early days of the affliction. Picking off soldiers that came to investigate. But I'd do it again. I'll do it as long as I must to end this disaster. Help me end this. Help me find sustenance.
What happened to the rest of your team?
Last what had happened, the district had already been sealed. So we fed when we needed, and locked ourselves in the tower to work. And then there came a time when the hunger struck, and there was hardly anyone left.
I want nothing to do with this. What I do, but I want to know what he will say. Okay. I'll get the words from Icantha.
Icantha. She was here. In the district. Probably here still. Always prepared. Clever lady, that one. Perhaps you'll bring me something. Something to keep me sharp. Then I show you a secret about the machine. Something to make you strong.
Sounds like doing a deal with the devil. Will he accept Durance? Aldhem, the devolving animals atop the tower, promised to show me a way to strengthen myself if I get the command words from Icantha and the source of sustenance for him.
Hey.
So
I shall be quiet as a calm sea, which is
just
not
take a
quiet.
quick way around here. Oop. Don't think we can use this. A jagged Ardra pillar rises in front of you, encased in stonework and run through the copper veins. Unintelligible runes cover the panel. Inspect the machine. Sunburst of copper filaments surrounds a dial and looks to be about twice the size of a hen's egg. The filaments cross and diverge, ending in bead-tipped nodes. Each wire has a point of origin somewhere along the edge of the dial. Runes are inscribed around the dial. Okay.
Yeah?
Hopefully she will solve this problem for us. If we can find her.
Alright then.
So let's go outside. Look for this Icantha woman. Feels like she will be an undead as well, but you never know. Yeah. I wonder if he was able to enter that house before.
Time to see and not be seen.
Let's pick some bloody moss. Running, running, running.
Hello? Hello?
I think my food buff will be gone soon. Half a minute left. She was easy to find, I have to say. A woman bends over a roaring fireplace. Okay. We should think about just killing her first and having you talk to the body. Why? As you get closer, you notice something unnatural about her. A certain pallor of her skin, a lack of movement beneath her flesh, even while her arms execute deft, efficient movements. Okay, so she's dead.
It's rude to stare, you know. Don't worry. I've no mind to start anything with you. After all, I've stayed in such good shape by choosing my meals carefully.
Okay. So, I'm looking for Icantha.
And what would you want with her?
I need the words to operate the Icantha machine in the tower. Yeah, we are getting straight to the point.
That fool Aldhem. He sent you, didn't he? I can hardly believe he's had the cleverness to survive. That simpleton thinks he can understand how to use something without understanding what it is, or why it is. He dabbles with ancient and powerful devices, with all the finesse of a blacksmith. He sends you here to petition me for aid after years of disparaging my research. I'll bet he didn't even tell you the tower's name, did he? That's his problem. Always looking for solutions without caring for meaning.
Okay, so humble Aldhem now by demonstrating the value of reason. Let's go with passionate. The problem in Heritage Hill are bigger than your rivalry in Icantha. What do I care? I prepare myself for an eventuality such as this, and I can assure you those dwindling souls in the streets are beyond caring as well. Oh well, let's try this one then. Humble Aldhem now by demonstrating the value of research. My silence demonstrates it's more succinctly, whatever. Tell me the tower's name.
Ternune. It's called Ternune. They built the machine atop it to contain souls, hold them in place. But the others I've seen, machines scattered all over the Deerwood, are relays, built to move souls.
I wonder why she tells us all these things. You seem to know a lot about Ternune.
I read the runes like a journal. I understand their meaning. People like Aldhem try to read them like instructions, and in so doing, they miss their true meaning completely.
Where would they move souls?
Another mystery. Hypothetically, anywhere they wished. The real question, as always, is why? To intermix them the way a player shuffles his deck, the way a farmer rotates his fields? To collect them, like butterflies under glass? To melt them down for raw essence? Unfortunately, I don't know.
Why would the Engvithians have wanted to tether souls like this?
Perhaps they didn't. Perhaps that's why they built no other machines like this one. We now see the Engvithans as masters of soul manipulation, but they couldn't have attained their expertise without copious trial and error. Perhaps this was one such experiment.
How do you operate the machine atop Ternune? So now we are getting to the core question.
Back to these tinkers' concerns. And what would you do with these tethered souls if I told you?
I guess release them. Or we can go with I don't know yet. I don't know if she will like that answer.
So you say. And just what would you release them to? They'd abandon their existence here for another somewhere else, equally aimless and meaningless.
Okay, I could help you, but I won't. Here, I have specimens aplenty and time enough to observe them all. It's every scientist's dream. My answer is no. What? Okay, so now Kana is talking. What? But what good is observing all this if you're going to hoard it for yourself? Tell her, trucker. An entire language at your fingertips and she hides it away. So, extinguish Icantha's pride? Sounds a bit rude. You are dead, why does any of this matter? Because my research will outlive me. I'll have time and opportunity enough to accomplish more than any animals in the history of the field. Hoarding knowledge is pointless. Nothing is more important. We gather and study and through it transcend into 1,000 insectoid lives that brought it to us. You can't leave these souls imprisoned. She doesn't seem to care about these answers anyway. And who will stop me? Only I understand the control words for Tir Nuneth. So yes, I can. And who will know about it? All I've learned, years of studying the Ingwithian language, no one understands it better than me. That counts for something. I think that this... You shouldn't really be using this first one. Your opportunities are finite. One day the knowledge will die with you. You are wrong. I build it forever. I cling to it. And that will give me something. Teach me what you know. I make sure that it grows and your legacy lives on. Strange.
So be it. My studies and efforts shall grow through yours.
I don't know if we succeeded or if we failed, but whatever.
These are the words you need.
Her cold, dry fingertips rest on your temples, and you feel her reaching into your mind, forming images from the darkness. Runes flash through your head, but they are no longer just pictures. They have meaning, and you understand them. They are commands. Something triggers in your mind, a distant memory unearthed from a past life long since buried. You can see a vast array of runes, far more than Icantha has shown you, and you know their sound, their meaning, and know how they fit together. The language of Engwith, and once more at your command. So that's cool. So we can read Engwith language now.
Something has awakened in your mind. You understand far more than I ever did. Take this knowledge then, and do what you will with Tir Nuneth. Now that you understand its purpose, it will serve you in whatever way you wish.
I get a little bit feeling of, I mean, she just touched my temples and I learned a new language. It's like Matrix. I know Kung Fu! Speak of a dead tongues now. And how so he suppressed 100 frustrated scholars in a matter of a few moments. I don't suppose you could look at a few books for me. What do I do with the tower now that I know these words? You said the other towers around the Deerwood was constructed to move souls. Let's explore these as well. What do I do with the tower now that I know these words?
Turn it off, I expect. That will be easy now that you can read the runes. The vessels would still roam, but striking them down would return their essence to the cycle. But be careful. That machine controls hundreds of souls, and that volume of essence could easily overload it. Improperly channeling the essence would destroy the machine along with the souls. It would be a terrible loss for posterity.
So we asked her why people like to move souls with these devices. And she answered the same as before. Yeah, it looks like it's all the same questions. Explain how the control words work. Harnessing the power of Tir Nuneth is about understanding what it is designed to do. You know the words and the meanings, you can speak them, and the tower shall obey. That's all, thanks. Now that I understand the Gwithian language, I can return to the machine at the top of the tier Nuneth and do something about the curse affecting Heritage Hill. Yes, I can, but let's steal some mushrooms from her first.
I'll see what I can find. Hey.
I bet there will be a trap somewhere. Where is the traps? It has to be traps.
Yes?
Why not?
Okay, we have a Eothian prayer. Let's steal it.
This won't stop me for long.
Trapped? Nope.
Hmm?
Trapped prisoner. So is these the guys she has been eating to keep
Let's see what lies this
kind of alive? Spider fingers. So this is the first gloves we got, I think. Minor spellbind, restore light endurance and perception as well. Okay, she already has. She already has one of these hands or gloves. Let's use it on our main guy then. To these guys. You are not one of Icantha's servants, please. You got to get us out of here before she feeds on us. Okay, so we can lure them to the top of the tower, and the Aldhem will be pleased. But that sounds bad. What happened to you? Yes, groundkeepers. When the district fell into chaos, Icantha took us in, said we were safe until the knights got things under control. Instead, she locked us in here every week. One of those monsters who serves her comes in and takes one of us away. Yeah, and she will eat you. The way to the district exit should be safe. Go now. I don't know if...
Hey.
We got some reputation at least, so that's nice. Let's see if she
what
got
lies
pissed. Do we let her food go? Nope. But let's not stay and see if she noticed anything. So let's run to the top of the tower again. Running, running, running! Shh. Did I loot this? I guess I did, but... Oh, camping supplies. Perfect. Let's see if we can go all the way up with this staircase. I guess we can. Proceed to the top. Yeah, I didn't take the time for this episode, but I think I'm done now. So let's try to activate or deactivate this machine in the next one and see if Aldhem will stay friendly or if he will attack us. So thanks you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.